Welcome back to the U.S. Hot Rod Association's 6th Annual Auto Thrill Show Spectacular, sponsored in part by Goodyear Wrangler Tires. You either have Goodyear Wranglers or you need them. And this is the thrill show part of the show, folks. This is Danny Reed's T-bone crash. Margo, you might ask, what is a T-bone crash?
Danny Reed is about to give you a definition.
Whoa, right into the other car, and that's a T-bone, ladies and gentlemen, as the fireworks go off. Danny Reed center punching another car. There's Ken Donay, our tech inspector, and he's signaling that Reed apparently is okay. Taking off his helmet. Danny Reed, Hollywood stuntman, T-boning a Lincoln Continental into another car. I think it's a Ford LTD. There's his manager helping him out of the car, and Reed is okay. He's getting out, waving to the crowd. He says, I'm all right.
He plans these stunts out very carefully.
That's right, very, very carefully. Walks away from it, looks back at it.
I always thought he should be smiling more.
Let's take another look at it. This is Danny Reed driving a Lincoln and T-boning another car. There goes the first explosion out of the trunk of the car. Another one off to the side, and he lands and lands hard. Look at his head come forward. Another angle. Slow motion. Danny Reed. First explosion. The second one goes off at the top of the ramp. Goes off the ramp, flying through the air, about 4,000 pounds of car. And bam.
And yes, he is buckled up.
And now the side-by-side battle of the monster trucks. This is Michael Vatter's Black Stallion, a 1988 Ford F-350 with a 466 Ford engine. On track 1, that's the far side.
Closest to you on track 2, we've got Larry Tura on Hercules, a 1985 Ford Ranger.
The Black Stallion out of Hagerstown, Maryland, 23 years old. Michael Vatter's 600 horsepower, C6 automatic transmission. And Hercules, a big block Ford 472 engine with a C6 transmission.
We'll be seeing Larry's brother, Al, a little bit later on in this competition, driving Goliath.
Now, it's important to note they are running side by side, and the Silverdome is a big enough stadium to allow this. They're going to race against each other, side-by-side competition over the cars. And there they go. The Black Stallion, the far lane, hits the cars first. Hercules slows way down, comes back off, and now catches up to the Black Stallion. Now the Stallion pulls away, and Hercules has stopped. And it is the Black Stallion sweeping around and taking home the bacon.
A real aggressive run for the Black Stallion. He did not hesitate one moment to take care of business.
Nope, you can't do that. You just got to put your pedal to the metal and go over those cars. Here's the full tilt body of Hercules. He's still running very slowly. That's a flip-top 20-car monster truck. Oh, listen to the crowd. They like that.
The only flip-top truck that you can actually drive while the entire body is flipped up.
You can't see, however. That's one of the problems. You can't see, but you can drive it.
A lot of heavy-duty rewiring went into that system.
Well over $100,000. Well over $100,000. Take a look at it. 10.38 seconds for the Black Stallion. Leans out the driver's side window, hits it straight on, comes up in the air, but again keeps the throttle on. Gets sideways. A lot of men would back off at this point, Margo, but not Vatter.
You can see he's still got his foot in it.
Yes.
The rear wheels are driving hard.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. And he makes it through, looks back around, and does not see Hercules, and he wins it. Let's take a look at Hercules run on the left-hand side of your screen. In slow motion, the Black Stallion hits the cars, and here comes Hercules. Comes up, crosses up a little bit, slows down, and then suddenly gasses it. Margo, what do you make of that?
When Larry built this truck, he built it as an exhibition truck. Competition was really not in his repertoire, and you can really see it in his aggression in this event.
Coming up now, Samson versus Goliath in the battle of the monster trucks here from the Pontiac Silverdome. Beautiful machines, each costing well over $100,000, $150,000 now. And that's Samson. Driver's Don Maples. He's 40 years old of Huntsville, Alabama. 1985 Chevy Silverado, the big block Chevy engine. He'll go up against Goliath, driven by Alan Tura of Warren, Ohio, a 1979 Ford twin-engine Ford F-350.
That twin-engine truck is a showstopper when he gets all of his lights and all of his motors roaring.
Okay, here we go. Samson against Goliath. The battle of the mythological heroes.
We'll see who's ready to race in this one.
Boy, I'm telling you, looks like Samson is ready and gets off the line faster. Now slows down, comes up in the air. This is where it's dangerous. And people ask us, do these machines crash? Yes, they do. They crash, but Samson makes it through first. Let's take a look back at him in slow motion and see what happened off the line. It seemed to me that Samson was just a little bit more anxious to go and got a beautiful start, and that was the whole secret there.
He's a little more antsy, but it seems like every driver has his own approach to how they're going to hit the cars. You hit the cars hard, you're going to get a lot of air. Maybe you're going to lose some driving forward time. You go a little easier when you hit those cars, maybe you'll make a better time.
This is Goliath. His time, 11.75 seconds. A little slower start than Samson. Slows down, almost comes to a stop there as he hits the first car.
Goes over the cars fairly easily. This truck is one of the most sturdy on the circuit. He's made more passes with the least really
any problems at all. He hasn't had any.
Right.
Samson with 11.4 second clocking. Good start. Keeps the momentum up. Does not slow down, but just a little bit as he hits the first car. Watch this. Keeps the throttle on. The rear wheels driving. Completely up in the air. Extensive use of chrome underneath on that chassis. Comes back down again and again keeps the throttle pressed to the floor. Comes off the cars, and this is where he gassed it, and that makes it. So, there you have it. The battle between Samson and Goliath. Rear engine and front engine Ford. Look at the flash bulbs go off. Another view of it. Look at that blown engine, Ford engine in the back. Woo! Bouncing and rocking and rolling. From Pontiac, Michigan, about 30 miles up Woodward Avenue from the Motor City of Detroit. And these people in Michigan love cars and especially love monster trucks. Margo?
And when you own a towing business, what better way to promote your business but with a monster tow truck? And earlier, Larry had a chance to talk to this driver.
Ray Perkowski, the owner-builder of the only monster tow truck in existence, Big Tow. And when you say you've been tearing them up, you're not speaking positively.
No, we've been having a few problems. We weigh about 2 tons more than any other truck because of the wrecker bed, and we've been twisting drive shaft tubes right in half.
That's incredible.
It's not too comfortable in the pocketbook, but we're getting it taken care
of. You told me originally you were going to try to be the first truck that towed another truck over the cars. Do you still want to do that?
Yeah, we're going to do that. We're not going to tow a truck. We're going to tow a car on the back of the truck.
This is a fully functional tow truck.
Everything works on it, 100%.
Who is going to be tough to beat tonight here at the Pontiac Silverdome?
I don't really know. We never ran up against these guys. This is our first time running up against these 6 trucks.
Well, we'll see tonight.
We will. Thanks.
Monster truck. It's called Big Tow. Watch for it tonight.
And Big Tow is up against, on track number 1, Lethal Weapon, driven by Jerry Richmond out of Ashtabula, Ohio. What a name.
Track 2, Big Tow. Ray Perkowski comes out here. That's a 20,000-pound machine. That's only 2,000 pounds lighter than the tank. 79 Ford F-350 tow truck. And here we go. Lethal Weapon gets off the line a little faster. It's quite a bit lighter. Now Big Tow comes in, and Lethal Weapon stops. Big Tow makes his way over very slowly over the cars. Lethal Weapon is out of the competition. Big Tow wins this round, but a very slow run.
He was posing for pictures up there.
That's right. Lethal Weapon is sitting up there on top posing for pictures. He's not real happy. Jerry Richmond is not real happy about this. Got to be real embarrassing to a driver. Now he gets it started and comes off. Here's Big Tow making his way back around, but a relatively slow run for the tow truck.
Well, he doesn't want to twist any drive shafts.
I don't blame him. They cost an awful lot of money. And there's Lethal Weapon waving to the crowd. Jerry Richmond waving, and there's Big Tow making his way back. Let's take a look at the action in slow motion. Here's Lethal Weapon, an incomplete run. See if we can see what happens.
It looks like his motor is lurching right at this point. Not a clean approach to the cars, and as soon as his engine gets a little tilted, we're talking stall.
Almost like a fuel starvation. He gets sideways and then stops. Here's Big Tow. Gets off the line slower, but again, a 10-ton machine, 20,000 pounds.
And he's going to nurse it when he sees his competition has slowed way down. You can bet he's going to take care of his truck.
He just looked over and sees that Lethal Weapon has stopped, and he's got just a free ride to the end. Look at him just mangle the cars beneath him. Ray Perkowski.